as a salesperson, it's very important to continue education, continue to develop your skill set, and maintain your ability to have a good conversation, to be able to articulate the message properly, and share with the customer the benefits and advantages of what you're doing for them. And so, with all that being said, you've got to continue to put wood on your fire in your skill set or whatever it is that you're putting that focus towards. What does that mean? The Bible says here in Proverbs 26:20, it says, where there's no wood, the fire goes out. So if you have a fire for something, if you have a fire that's burning, let's just say a natural fire in and of itself, before we get into any analogy, the fire by itself needs wood. If you don't put wood on the fire and you walk away from a fire that's burning, it's going to burn. It's going to burn only to a certain extent. It's actually going to go out when there's nothing for it to consume, when there's nothing for it to burn. So the same is true with whatever desire you have, whatever skill set you have, whatever motivation you have, whatever area of focus you want to get better and have grow or improve in, you've got to continue to throw wood on that fire. Okay? Otherwise, the fire is going to go out. Because when there's no wood, there's no fire. So you've got to keep yourself in a place to consume and bring knowledge, training, coaching, education, so that becomes application, so that becomes what you say, what you think, and what you do. So when you deliver to your customer base, they experience an awesome experience. Because here's a true statement. What's left to itself moves more and more towards disorder and chaos. If you don't do anything with your skill set, think about this. Maybe if you've played a sport when you were in high school, or maybe you're still, young enough to where it was like last year. But, for me, it was years and years and years ago, right? So let's just say for me, if I picked up wrestling again at my age and tried to pick up where I left off when I was a senior in high school, I'm going to tell you, I haven't practiced really at all since then. So there's years and years and years of non-practice that I can't just go right back into there and get exactly the same results. As a matter of fact, if you're not practicing and you try to do something longer away from when you last did it, it's going to be harder for you to pick back up to where you were. Now, not that you can't get to that spot, you can, but you've got to allow yourself to focus in that area, practice in that area, develop in that area, and grow in that area, train in that area. It's the same thing with your skill set. It's the same thing in life, just in anything, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, right? Intellectually, financially, every area. If you go and drive past a house that has beautiful lawn, and that lawn is like manicured nice, it's thick, it's green, it's lush, it's got every edge nice, cut deep, and it's like a carpet, thick, grass. That doesn't just happen by itself. As a matter of fact, the only way that happens is if it's manicured, if it's taken care of, if it's paid attention to. If you don't pay attention to an area, the area will fall apart. The area will actually turn into garbage. It'll turn into nothing good to look at, right? So, what happens when you don't take care of an area? Weeds grow in it, right? And all of a sudden it gets overgrown, and it just, it turns into something that's not desirable to look at. So one thing you don't have to plant is weeds, right? So if you don't take care of something, then weeds will start to grow up in that area of your life, and you're not going to benefit from it. You're not going to grow. You're not going to get better. You're not going to see that it's going to improve, because it's going to fall to, something that's not desirable to look at. So you've got to focus your attention in all the areas you want to get better in. If it's presenting numbers, if it's negotiations, if it's meet and greet, if it's qualifying questions, if it's doing a walk around, learning about a product or a service, whatever it is, you've got to throw the wood in that area so that you can keep that fire burning, and you can keep that maintaining that, so that you can make a difference in that area and improve in that area. So again, where there's no wood, the fire goes out. You've got to maintain the area. You got to take care of that area. Put yourself in a position to learn, train, and rehearse and role play and daily take in something that can give you information and education so that you can make it application and you can see transformation. Okay, take what I'm telling you. It's going to help you out. It's going to be a blessing to you. It's going to work. It's going to make a difference. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.